Hello, this is Ashif Faz, and today I am dealing with the topic electric current. Okay, electric current. So here we have two words, electric and current. Electric comes from the word electron, and current means whenever there is a flow of something, we say there is current in it. So an electric current is nothing but the flow of charged particle. Here, the charged particle is nothing. The charged particle is nothing but the electron. So, when in case of a wire, let's say there is a wire over here, alright, and in this wire, whenever an electron flows, we say that there is a current in this wire, or even if there is an electron flowing in any direction, we say that there is current. So by definition, an electric current is nothing but the flow of charge per unit time. So the electric current is denoted by the symbol I, which is equals to charge upon time, or we denote it by Q upon T. So any charged particle, where we say that this charged particle is nothing but the electron. So each electron each electron has a charge which is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So here coulomb becomes the unit of electric charge. So now what is charged particle? Charged particle is like, take an example of a magnet. What happens in a magnet? There are two poles, north pole and south pole. The north pole and the south pole, if you place together, they'll try to attract each other, and if you place the similar poles together, that is the south pole or north poles, they will try to repel each other. Similar way, this charged particle, there are two types of basically charged particle. The first one say the electron or the negative charge particle, and the second one is proton or positive charge particle. So these charge particles, if they are opposite in nature, they will try to attract each other, and if they are similar in nature, they will repel each other. So these charge particles is nothing but it creates something around this space that can create a force on another charge particle. So these charge particles, when they starts to move in a wire, we say that an electric current is developed in the wire. Now, for the development of electric current in the wire, we need to provide a source of energy. So for the source of energy, we use we use battery, generator, etc., which is acts as a source of energy. So for the flow of electric current, we require a closed circuit. Alright, and when there is a closed circuit, the current will flow. And the second thing is that what is the use of this current? When the current flows in the wire, when something resists that flow of current, the energy changes into a different form. Now take an example of a river. In case of a river, what happens? The water flows from a higher point to a lower point. This happens in a river. So one is the higher point, that is denoted by capital H, and the lower point denoted by smaller h. So from h to h there is a height. There is a difference in height. This difference in height is nothing but you can call it as a potential difference. So whenever you create a height difference in case of a river, the water will flow down. So for the flow of water in a river, we require what? A gap which is called the potential difference. This is called the potential difference. So unless and until you create a potential difference, the water will not flow. So similarly, for the flow of electron in case of a wire, we require a potential difference. Alright, now when you have created a potential difference, the water will flow down, and if you place a fan here, okay, a fan over here, you will see that this flowing water will help to rotate this fan. So this water current will turn into another form of energy. Now this fan is trying to resist the flow of water, and in case of resistance, the fan starts to move. Right? So similar way, in case of an electric current, we require a resistance. A resistance is an example of a fan or an electric heater a toaster, a bulb, an AC, and every different appliances that you use in a household, that is nothing but a resistance. Alright, so what does the resistance do? The resistance tries to offer resistance to the flow of current. So whenever there is a flow of current, the resistance acts in an opposite direction. Alright, so resistance when acts in an opposite direction, it creates a force on that resistance, and that resistance starts to react. Alright, so let's draw an electric circuit. Here we have a wire, and it is in the symbol of a resistance. Okay, and for the flow of electric current, as in case of where we require a potential difference, a source of energy, similar in case of an electric circuit we require what? A source of energy, that is called a cell. Here we have made a cell. Okay, this cell can be represented by V. V represents voltage or potential difference. So the current will start to flow in the wire. The current is represented by the symbol I, and I is nothing but it is charge upon time. That means the amount of charge that is flowing through a cross section per unit time is called the current. And here we have any appliance that is denoted by the symbol R. Okay, alright. So from here we understand that for the flow of an electric current we require a potential difference, and for this electric current energy to change into another form of energy we require a resistance. Let's say here is a fan. So what does the fan is doing? The fan is converting an electrical energy into a mechanical energy, and if we place a light bulb over here, what will happen? It will convert the electrical energy into light or heat energy. If we place an electric toaster in place of in case of a resistance, that electric toaster will convert this electrical energy into heat energy. So this is a conversion of energy that happens in case of a in an electric circuit. Alright, so here we see that whenever we apply voltage, there is a current in the circuit. So there is a law called the Ohm's law. Ohm's law, which says that whenever we apply a potential difference, there will be a current in the wire. So the potential difference is directly proportional to the amount of current that is flowing in the wire. Now, to remove this proportionality sign, we place a constant. The constant is called the R. This R is nothing but the resistance that is in the circuit. So the potential difference across the 2 points is equals to the current multiplied by the resistance, and this equation is called the Ohm's law. So this is a short introduction to the chapter of electric current. Thank you.